The two panels on the left side of the breaker box are for your 120 volt power system. The leftmost panel monitors the voltage, amperage, wattage, and frequency that the system is generating, or the incoming power when plugged into shore power. The four 120 volt breakers are for the air conditioner, exterior outlets, the refrigerator, and the utility outlets, which are located above the cabinets for equipment or personal devices. The two panels on the right side of your breaker box are for your 12 volt DC power system. The panel on the left is monitoring your battery voltage so you can see when the batteries are getting low. The breakers on the right are for the interior dome lights, the awning motors, both passenger and driver side, the exterior awning lights, which are located in each awning, and the meter control breaker, which controls the backlighting for the breaker panel and also sends power to the thermostat for the air conditioner. The LED light next to each breaker indicates whether or not each system is powered. Flip the flat breaker to turn the device on or off. Your vehicle is equipped with a smart battery charger/power inverter. It can be used to make 120 volts from the 12 volt battery system, or when plugged into shore power, such as an RV park, business, home, or other source of power, it can be used to generate 12 volts to charge the onboard batteries. The gray panel at the center of the breaker box controls the system. You will most likely want to use the system in the on position, which is to the right. In the on position, the system will automatically switch between charging the batteries when shore power is plugged in, or generating 120 volts from the batteries as needed. In the event that you do not want to allow the 120 volt system to drain the batteries, you can flip the system to the charger only position of the panel, which is to the left. In this case, a shore power connection will still provide power to the connected devices and still charge the batteries. The only difference is that when shore power becomes disconnected or is not available, battery power would not be used to generate 120 volts. For long-term storage when the system is not being used, it is recommended to switch to the off position so the system does not consume any additional power. Your vehicle is equipped with two exterior power outlets, one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. The passenger side also includes a 30 amp shore power outlet, which is compatible with those found at RV parks or other locations. With an adapter, the shore power outlet can also be used with a 20 amp or 15 amp service, which is compatible with exterior or interior outlets commonly found in businesses or residential homes. When a shore power connection is available, the system will automatically transfer its load to the shore power connection rather than generating power from the onboard batteries. Excess power can also be used to charge the 12 volt battery system from the shore power connection. It is important that the current setting of the system matches the shore power connection being used. The system is rated for 30 amps and has a 30 amp style shore power connector. It is therefore advised that you do not turn the setting above 30 amps or you may blow an interior breaker designed to protect the system. This breaker is located within the system and may require a trip to a service center to reset. Simply turn the knob to the appropriate current setting based on the connection available. Household outlets are typically 15 amps interior or 20 amps exterior, and RV parks may have 30 amp outlets available. It is important to match the setting on this knob to the type of outlet plugged into. Otherwise, the system will pull too much power when charging the batteries, and you risk popping the breaker on the building side. Located above the driver's seat in the visor area, you will find a shore power LED, showing when power is connected to the shore power outlet. This reminds the driver that the connection is still present before attempting to drive away. A boost button will temporarily connect the front and rear batteries together while being held down. This can be used to jumpstart the vehicle from the rear battery bank in the event that the OEM batteries become drained accidentally. A dimmer knob for the dome lights can be used to turn on or off, as well as set the brightness of the interior domes in the rear of the vehicle. And, of course, your air conditioning thermostat. Your vehicle is equipped with 2 motorized awnings. The controls are located below the front seats in the pedestal. There is a rocker switch for extend or retract motor controls, as well as a lighted rocker switch to enable or disable the awning lights. It is important to note that the awning motor will not extend or retract if the vehicle ignition is on. This is a safety feature to prevent the awnings from being accidentally deployed while the vehicle is driving. While in park, however, remember to turn the ignition off so the awnings can be extended or retracted. When preparing to leave, remember to turn off the awning lights and retract the awnings. If the awnings do not retract, most likely it is because the ignition is on. This is a safety feature. The ignition must be off in order to retract the awnings. The awnings in your vehicle come pre-equipped with seismic sensors that detect excessive wind, which could otherwise damage the awning. Here, excessive wind is simulated by shaking the awning by hand. When the sensor detects too much motion, the awning motor will safety auto-retract. The auto-retract feature will override the manual switch inputs located in the seat pedestals. This safety feature is built in by the manufacturer. The auto-retract cannot be stopped once started. When operating off-grid, you may deplete the rear batteries and they may need to be recharged. If no shore power connection is available, you can simply start the engine and the secondary alternator installed in the vehicle will charge the rear batteries. Your vehicle is also equipped with a high idle controller that will raise the idle RPM to a higher value to increase the power output of the secondary alternator. The high idle system will only engage when the rear inverter is in the on position and the emergency brake is enabled. As you can see, the OEM idle speed is around 800 RPM, and with the system enabled and the parking brake on, it slowly ramps up to around 1000 RPM. When the parking brake is disengaged, the idle speed will return to normal. The dome lights in your vehicle can be activated 2 different ways. The lights will turn on with the OEM dome light circuit, which can be triggered automatically, for example, by opening one of the doors. This will match the OEM behavior of your vehicle. When the doors are closed, the OEM trigger will turn off. The alternate way to enable the dome lights is by using the dimmer knob located above the driver's seat. This knob can be used for on-off control or can be used to set a variable brightness. Your vehicle is equipped with an emergency exit. In the event of an emergency, lift up on both red handles and push outward to open the window. There is an emergency buzzer installed, to alert the driver if someone is attempting to exit the emergency window. The buzzer will be disabled when the window is closed again. When parking and storing the vehicle, it is recommended to turn the system completely off so that it does not drain the batteries. First, turn the vehicle off, and then head to the rear section. Make sure you set the power inverter to the off position. Then, set the battery disconnect switch to its off position. After a few moments, the system should fade to black and the system is now off and disconnected.